and gentlemen, the first up of these two final and very special awards. The first is the Internet Hero Award for a person who has shown and continue to show outstanding success in the online industry here in Ireland. The category is sponsored by Leo Burnett, and I'd like to call on Ian Hyland, CEO and Publisher of Business and Finance, to announce this award. Huge round of applause for Ian. Thank you very much.
Please don't stop the music.
Now, before I head into the award, can I take this final opportunity to once again thank all of our sponsors, and particularly eircom for such a fantastic night, ladies and gentlemen. eircom. Can I also say a major thank you and a huge welcome back to Dara O'Brien. What a great performance. And he'll be here in 2050 to spot all the Elvis impersonators as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this award is a very special award. Hush, bit of hush. Or I'll show another joke in. It's a very special award, and we feel it's very important to recognise the individuals and the flag bearers for the tech sector, and particularly that of the internet from an Irish point of view. And when I look around me in the room this evening, and in the bar earlier on, there's so many internet heroes. We've Colm Lyon in the corner. I see Dylan Collins, Greg Turley, the great Paddy Cosgrave. Paddy, well done 2 weeks ago. Fantastic event yet again. And tonight we are here to recognise a very special individual. This guy is a serious internet entrepreneur, and he has been instrumental in the success of a number of companies in the Irish technology sector. He founded Raven Computing in 1989, and Raven was sold to Sage in 2004. But not content with that, in 1999, he really went from triumph to another triumph when he founded the hugely successful online room reservation group, hostelworld.com. He developed Hostelworld into a leading brand for online travel accommodation with over 50,000 accommodation providers in offices in Sydney, Australia, California, Shanghai, to name a few. He's currently chairman of RivaHealth.com, a search engine for consumer health clinics. And in 2009, he also founded Worky.com, a social network for one's work life. Ladies and gentlemen, the outstanding and winner of the Internet Hero for 2011 is Ray Nolan.
It's great to see somebody who has been an overnight success after working very hard for 15 or 20 years, which is typical. You know, Ray started as a bespoke developer. He made his niche in two areas in particular. One of them was hospitality.
Hostelworld was, I think, right from the early days, one of those iconic internet industries in Ireland. It wasn't about buying something, or it wasn't about selling something, but what Ray and the guys were doing was they were actually connecting buyers and sellers together and keep up the booking fee. So it was a really, really smart move in that there was no geographic limitation on his business right from day one.
They were first movers really in the Irish context on e-commerce. And at the time we had the brokerage ArgusCarRental.com. We hooked up really to bounce things off each other to see if they knew more than we did and did we know more than they did. He's a trailblazer, and it was brilliant to have his number, that if he ever ran into anything at all, any sort of issue, he would be always at the end of the line to give advice.
He took the company to a stage where, unlike a lot of entrepreneurs, he had a successful exit. And I think that's the secret of being a good entrepreneur.
Most people who know him well will probably tell you, Ray's grumpy, right? And you actually need to be grumpy to be a great entrepreneur. Related to the grumpiness, Ray is never happy. He's never happy to see something done badly. You know, he's got this relentless drive to make sure that things are done right, you know, implement the vision.
He's a very direct chap, Ray, of course, you know. So if Ray thinks you're full of shit, he'll tell you you're full of shit, right?
He's very supportive, he's very direct, he very much calls it the way you see it. He's helped us greatly on strategy, so giving us a lot more direction in our business and helped us to our next level of growth.
He hasn't forgotten, I guess, that he was a startup one day too, and he's very enthusiastic about helping people starting out in business. And he gets involved in the internet community as well in a much wider way, which is a great thing to see.
He has a new startup called Worky. He's involved in a number of different companies as an investor, as chairman and so on. So I think we can expect that before he's finished, Ray is going to produce another surprise and produce another big success.
Now, in the true spirit of internet rock and roll, Ray is somewhere between New York and Miami as we speak, but to accept the award on behalf of Ray is Caelan King and Eamon McHugh, Digital Director of Lear Burnett.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks to eircom and to Business and Finance for this prestigious award. I have to say it was quite a shock to have gotten it. It's been my privilege to work in the internet and tech space for the last 20 years. And that time we've built some pretty good companies and I've worked with some fantastic people. It's an industry that is really in my blood. I think that it's something that Ireland can be proud of is that companies like Hostelworld, like CoreTime, like many of the great companies in that room tonight have achieved what we have with the population the size we have in terms of the size of the number of tech people that we've got. Thanks also to Greg, Brian, Barry, Colin and Ralph for taking time out of their busy schedule to deliver that, participate in that eulogy that you just had to endure. I have to say, rumours of my demise are greatly exaggerated. I don't feel like the end is anywhere near. We're building something great in Worky.com and I've got another great online travel business that I'm participating in and potentially a great e-tailing product coming soon. It's unusual when you hear a eulogy about yourself that people will use the words shit and grumpy. I promise you that I try to limit the amount of times I say the word shit and I try not to be as grumpy as maybe Brian would like to believe. Brian, you're going to pay for that comment. I am, however, direct. I believe that there's potential in everybody. I like to see that people really realize that potential and hopefully I'll have guided some people along my journey to be better at what they can do and to realize that be they in a small island like Ireland, they have the potential to run businesses and to participate in businesses that are world class. Hostelworld was the biggest company in the Irish internet for several years, possibly still is. It took its place as the most profitable in terms of profit margin internet company of its time, at 65% EBITDA margin, I think it was when I was running it. It's a phenomenal example of what Irish people can do. We were only limited by the fact that we didn't believe we could do things in the past. I want you guys in the room to believe you can do this. There is no reason why the next Hostelworld, the next Car Trawler, the next Asavie, the next Worky.com is in that room. I'm really sorry I'm not there tonight because the Spiders have always been close to my heart. I remember vividly the first time we got one in Hostelworld. It was a momentous occasion for the company and it should be for the guys who won them tonight. Unfortunately, I'm in the States today doing a little bit of work and a little bit of play. I've always believed in work hard, play hard. I'm sure the internet industry is not going to change in that regard. So good luck, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy your mojitos and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.